and becoming the best at it and mastering myself and seeing what I have within me. If you decide to drop your buckets where you are and develop your gifts, I grant you, you'll never ever be without. I grant you that your gifts will take you places that will literally amaze you.
All right, hey everybody, and welcome to Zenfolio Live. I'm Robert with Zenfolio Customer Success. I want to say thank you for joining us today on the live stream. So today what we're going to be talking about is how to give your clients variety using green screen. Let me make sure my audio is coming through. There it is. So today what I'm talking about is giving your clients variety with green screen. So I'm going to show you how to upload backgrounds in your account, show you how to size them, make sure that you get them uploaded, the quantity, how you can charge extra for premium backgrounds. Then we're going to go through uploading PNG cutouts. So this is what will let you swap the backgrounds out on the photos. And I'm going to show you how to export one of those and enable them in the gallery. And then we're going to go through setting up the client gallery, choosing the backgrounds, and making sure that the shopping is set up. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Now, for those of you guys who didn't know, we've started doing Site Review Tuesday. The first one was this Tuesday. So if you missed it, definitely go back and check it out. Every Tuesday, we're going to be reviewing one of your websites. And we did the first one this Tuesday. It starts at 11 a.m. and 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And we did the first one this week. If you have not signed up to have your website reviewed, there's a link in the description below this video where you can go sign up. Now, again, like I said, we're going to be talking about green screen. This is a feature that's only available to those of you guys who have an advanced account. It's definitely something that you should check out if you haven't played with it, and it's definitely worth the upgrade. Let me say hi to some of you guys in chat who are hanging out. Roxanne Bay, Craigslist. Roxanne says, do you have any tea? I am out of tea, so hopefully I can make it through today on just water and my voice won't go too hard. Craigslist hanging out with us says, aloha. Amy Myro, I'm not going to say that last name. I'm going to get it wrong. Mara was hanging out with us. Jorgen Beer, hey Jorgen from Denmark, he says it's 8 p.m. here. Man, it is late. Well, that's not really late, I guess. But thanks for jumping on here and hanging out. Darren Mark, Chris Cavella, Thorben Hex, hey Thorben. Let's see, Heather, and then we have Cheryl trying to share links. It looks like she's logged into the wrong YouTube account. Let me make you an admin really quick, Cheryl. 1 second. There we go. Okay. All right, guys. Again, like I said, we're talking about green screen. I'm going to go ahead and jump into this and show you guys how to set it up, how to use this feature to give your clients more variety. And then if you have questions along the way, even if it's off topic, make sure to go ahead and get those in the chat so I can get those questions answered for you live today. But let's go ahead and jump into today's topic. So again, like I said, we're talking about green screen. And so the first thing that you want to do is to make sure that you have a Zenfolio advanced account. Now that's what you're going to need to get the green screen feature or to have access to the green screen feature. So if you're not sure what account level you have, what you're going to want to do is hover over your name up here on the top right of your account, click on account, and then it's going to tell you right here, my subscription, Zenfolio plan, and you're going to see a little crazy me pop out maybe. But right there is where you should see your plan level here. If that says premium business, if it says premium, if it says pro, you will need to upgrade to get the green screen feature that I'm talking about today. So definitely reach out to the support team. You can contact the support team down here and talk about your upgrading options. All right. But let's go ahead and talk about setting this up. So the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to talk about backgrounds. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to get the backgrounds in here. And if you're saying, what is this green screen feature? I'm assuming most of you guys know, but if you're not familiar, this is a way to let your clients swap the backgrounds out of their photos online before they place the order. They can order a photo with different backgrounds on it. So it really lets you add some variety to the options that you're offering your client. But what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and we're going to click on backgrounds right up here in the top left. And this is where you can upload your backgrounds. Now you can have a total of 100 different backgrounds inside of your account. And you can upload your own, you can go buy them. Zenfolio also has some default backgrounds in here as well. So the first thing that we're going to do is, let me just click on this add new, and I'll show you how to upload a background. Now these are Zenfolio's default backgrounds right here. And if you want to use one of those, you can, or you can go here and you can upload your own backgrounds. Now for best results, you need to size your background image to be sized for a 2800 by 2600 photo. So that is not the size that you want to make your background. If you have a background image, take a photo, set that photo size to be 28 by 600, and then put your background image on there and adjust it the way that you want it to appear. And then that is how you want to upload that background image. Now you can upload up to 25 custom backgrounds at a time. So if you have them in a folder somewhere, just click here, click the browse button, and then go find those images, select them, and upload them. Like I said, you can upload up to 25 background images at once, with a total of 100 unique backgrounds in your account. I'm going to go ahead and just grab one of these default ones and just turn it on. So I'm going to click here, turn this one on, and that's going to add that blue light background in here. Now, just like when you upload photos into Zenfolio, these background images do have to render. So that's why we're seeing this little spinny wheel right here, because this background image is rendering. All right. And hey, if you guys have questions along the way, make sure you get them in the chat. I'm not in my usual spot, so I don't have all of the monitors that I'm used to having, so I can't see chat right now. I promise I'll check on you guys, and I'm sure Cheryl's going to be out there moderating and helping you guys as well. But I will come back to chat in a second. Okay, so now we have backgrounds in here. You've got your backgrounds uploaded. The first thing that you probably want to do is go ahead and set up a default background. And what that means is that your default background is going to be the first background that's applied to your transparent PNG files when you upload them into your account. So the way that you do that is just like working with our watermarks feature. So what you're going to do is just click on whichever background you want, whichever one you want to be your default. In this case, I'm going to use this green one right here. You're going to click on that and set it as a default, meaning that that will be the first background that's applied. It's going to work just like the default watermarks feature. Okay, now the next thing that you're going to want to think about is, do you want to upload some custom backgrounds? If you've bought like a really nice premium background, or maybe you're photographing schools or sports and you took some time and you built them a nice custom background. Well, guess what? You can upcharge for those backgrounds. So if you have just some normal regular backgrounds and then some really cool custom ones that you've created, you can actually upcharge your clients for using those premium backgrounds. And the way that you set that up is you just click on that background. So let's say that we're going to upcharge for this one right here. I'm going to click on that background image, and then over on the right here, you can see where it says price. I'm going to click on that. And let's say we want to charge an extra $10 if our clients use that background. So you just click on it and put a price over here. Now, again, thinking about giving your clients variety. Think about special occasions, holidays, uploading some holiday themed backgrounds, maybe some that have the school logo, but also don't forget the power of using just solid colors, right? So white, maybe a gray, maybe some more commercial style stuff in case your client wants to use that. But you can really give your clients a lot of options by using this feature. Now, once you have all of the backgrounds uploaded into your account that you want to use, and once you've kind of set up the pricing, set up your defaults and all that, the next thing that you need to do is you need to go ahead and upload your transparent PNG files. And so those are going to be the images of your subjects. You need to upload these already cut out. So don't upload the photo with the green in the background you need to go ahead and extract the subject from the background and then upload that image as a transparent PNG file. Now in the description below this video, I've put a link to a third-party solution to help you with your extractions. So if you're not familiar with the process, or if you're looking for a way to streamline that, there's a link in the description below this video for a third-party solution for your extractions for your green screen. So make sure that you check that out. But if you're doing this on your own, you can definitely do this in Photoshop. There's lots of other tools you can get. There's probably some more efficient ways to do this, but let me show you how to do it really quick in Photoshop. And let me get this full screen here so you guys can see everything. All right, so here in Photoshop, I'm gonna do this really quick, guys. Please don't judge me on my extraction skills. I know there's going to be some of you guys out there who are far better at this than me. I just wanted to give you a quick demo of how to do this. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to use the magic wand tool here. And as long as you've lit the green screen really well, this should be fairly easy to do. We're going to grab that green color right there. And then I'm just going to come down here and mask that out. All right. And now that's done the opposite of what I wanted. So I'm going to hit Command I on my keyboard and reverse the mask, and I've extracted that image. Now, if I zoom in up here, so let me zoom in really quick. If I zoom in up here, there are some areas on this that did not get all the way taken care of, and I could use the magic wand tool to work on that, but if you click on the mask over here, there is an option where you can come up here and say select and mask, and this will let you work out those areas a little easier. So what I'm going to do first is turn on my Smart Radius tool right here, bump that up just a little bit. Then I'm going to grab this Refine Edge Brush tool, and I'm just going to kind of brush over what needs to be refined. And so you see how it's clearing out that green that was kind of left over there? This is what I'm going to do here just to kind of get rid of all of that. You can make the brush larger, and it'll just kind of work that area out, get rid of any green that's there. And then once you're done, you just hit OK. And it looks like I missed a little bit up there, but that's okay. Now, this is not really about how to do this. I'm just showing you quickly a way that you can do it. Okay, so now that you have your subject extracted from the background, the next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to export this as a transparent PNG file. So you can't just save it as a JPEG. It has to be a transparent PNG file with all background layers turned off so that when you upload this into Zenfolio, you can swap the background out. So to do that, what you're going to do is in Photoshop, you can go to File, and you guys probably can't see that. Well, actually you can. So you go to File, and there's a couple of ways to export it. If you have an older version of Photoshop, you're going to be looking for Export, Save for Web, Legacy, and then a little dialog box is going to pop up right over here like this. And you're going to want to change this to say PNG 24, and then make sure that the transparency option is selected right here. So make sure that that transparency option is selected, and then that is going to let you export this as a transparent PNG file. Now I already have this one uploaded, and the other way that you can do it as well is if you're using Photoshop CC, you can go to File, Export, and then use the Quick Export as PNG option here. Now pay attention to your Quick Export settings. Sometimes if you've changed those, the PNG option might be unchecked. And so you want to make sure that your Quick Export settings are set up correctly. All right, so after you have that cutout, it's time to upload those images as PNGs into your Zenfolio account. Now, what you can do is just, and I recommend creating a group to do this. So in Zenfolio, making sure that you create a group for your schools or something like that. But I'm going to click on this group, and then since I'm using the Google Chrome browser, I can actually upload a folder. And so if I click upload, I'm going to grab my folder right here. And inside of this one, I have this little one right here. Now, these are not the ones that I just did, obviously, but these are my Bitmojis. And then down here are some images that are not transparent PNG files. So this is important for you guys to see because this folder contains a mix of JPEG images and PNG images, and you can actually upload these at the same time. And in the upload process, you can go ahead and turn on the option for the PNGs to be cut out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab that folder, drag it right into the upload window. And again, this one's already been uploaded. I'm just going to say use unique names, but I'm not actually going to upload these because I don't need to. Now here is where you can assign these as green screen cutouts during the upload. And this step is important because they have to be assigned before you can actually swap the backgrounds out. So the easiest way to do it is just select all of the files right here. And even though this has JPEG files in it, I can still click assign as a cutout. And now you're going to see right here, it says ready to upload cutout. But if we get down here to the JPEG files, that's just going to say ready to upload. So you don't have to go in there and manually select each one. You can select everything, and even if that folder has some normal JPEG files in it, you can still assign the cutouts, and that's going to save you some time. Quick side note, something I realized today is that if you are uploading a folder, you can hover over it, click the edit button right here, and change the title of that before you actually upload it. I had no idea that that option was there. Thought I would share it with you guys. I learn new things every day. Thought I would pass it along. All right, so I'm not going to upload this because I already have these uploaded. So we're just going to go back to the photos page. I'm going to hit leave the page. And so far what we've done is we have uploaded our backgrounds into our account. We have completed our cutouts, and then we've uploaded them into our Zenfolio account. Now, the next step is to enable those, or the next step is to set up our green screen option. So right now, let me go back to the Bitmoji one here. Right now, you can see right here, these have white backgrounds. I just want to show you this really quick as well. If you've already uploaded your PNG files and you forgot to assign them as cutouts, you can do that after you upload. You don't have to re-upload them. So if you've already uploaded them and you forgot to do that step where you assign them as cutouts, you can go in here, click the first one that's a PNG file, hold shift, click the last one, and then go to actions. And you can say right down here in the bottom, enable as cutouts, and that will turn that option on to make them cutouts, just like this. Okay, so again, we have our PNG files uploaded, we have our backgrounds uploaded. The next step that you're going to want to take is you're going to want to make sure that you set up which backgrounds you want to be available for your galleries. All right, and so maybe for the Bitmoji gallery, you might want one set of backgrounds to be available for it. And then maybe for this gallery, you want to have different backgrounds. That way, you know, if one's a school, obviously, and one's a sports team, you're obviously going to be using different background options. And so what you're going to do is click on the gallery. So just click right here on the gallery like this. Go up to access. And then let me hit cancel because that's on photo. Let's do it on kids. So we're going to click on the gallery. We're going to click on kids. We're going to go up here to access. And then what we're going to do is go down here to the green screen option. I'm going to uncheck this option to sync with the above group. So I don't want to take on the green screen settings from the above group. I want to apply my own specific settings. So we're going to uncheck that option. And now we can pick and choose which backgrounds we want to be available in this gallery. And so let's say for this gallery, I only want, since this is the kids one, maybe I only want this one. And maybe I only want this one right here. So I've got that one. And it's kind of hard to see, but it highlights it in blue when you've selected it. So, and you can see the count down here. So one of them was set as default. And then others I have selected. Let's see, where's the third one coming at? Let me find that third one. There we go. Okay. So you can see right here the count. So let's say I only want this one and this one to be available for this gallery. And then I want this one right here to be the default. And we'll hit done. Okay. So now it's going to swap that over. And you can see the backgrounds are showing up right here. Now, I can't remember if I put a price on that one or not. So let's go back up to the backgrounds really quick and make sure that we have a price on it. So let's put a price on this one. Let's make that one a premium background. We're going to charge $10 for it, or however much you want to charge. And so now that gallery has a different background being used for the main background. When the parents swap it if they want, they can choose that premium background, and they're going to pay that $10 upcharge fee. Now, what you're going to want to do, the final step to this, is making sure that this is set up with a price list, because in order for parents to get the change background option, they need to be able to access Quick Shop, and that is where they can get the change background button. So what we're going to do is we're going to go right here to price list. I'm going to say allow ordering from my price list. Let's go with Digital's demo, just the demo price list, and hit save. And so now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go in and take a look at this from a client's perspective really quick. So what I'm going to do is, and if you guys have not done this yet, if you've never looked at a selling gallery from a client's perspective, you really need to make sure that you're checking that out every once in a while, because occasionally if you look at it just from the preview button up here, sometimes it can look a little bit different from you, and you want to, or different to you, and you want to make sure that you are checking this out and looking at it just like a client would see that. And so the way that you can do that is if you go to access, go to sharing, you can copy the gallery link right here. And then I'm using Google Chrome again, so I'm just going to go up to File. You guys can't see it, but File and New Incognito Window. And that's going to give me an incognito window. And this is what allows me to check this out like a client. So I just paste in that gallery link, and I'm now looking at this like a client would see it. So if there was a password on this gallery, I would have had to enter that password as well. All right, so we're going to go in here and check this out. So what we're going to do is click right on a photo right here. This is what it's going to look like. And then here is that change background button right here. So if you click change background, they'll actually see the background options that are available, and they'll see if one is a premium background that costs more, they'll actually see that cost right here. And so what we're going to do is click on that. That's going to swap that background out. And then we can just start adding this into our cart. And the really cool thing is you can purchase the same photo on multiple backgrounds. So again, thinking about giving your clients variety, think about special occasions, holidays, Christmas cards, right? There's lots of things that you can do with this to really give your clients a lot of options if you go in there and you set it up. So I'm going to add this to my cart as a 4x6 print just by using the little Quick Shop button right over here. And then if I want, I can change this. Maybe I want them on both backgrounds, and I can hit that and add it right into my cart on that background as well. So now if we go to cart, just to show you what it looks like so your clients aren't surprised, it's going to show the print options up here, and then that premium background charge is going to be down here in a separate section. It's going to say premium backgrounds. Something to keep in mind is that the premium background charges are per photo that it's used on. It's not just a one-time fee. So if the clients go to another photo and they select a premium background on the other photo, then it's going to have that $10 charge for that photo as well. So definitely something that you want to keep in mind on that. But again, hoping you guys can see the possibilities with this. If you're a landscape photographer, something that you can do is you can upload your own landscape images as backgrounds and then get some inspirational quotes, put them in Photoshop, export them out as transparent PNG files, and then people can buy those quotes on your photos and swap them out and pick the different ones. So there's lots of non-conventional uses for this as well. Really a really cool feature, a lot of different things you can use it for. If you guys are already using this, let me know in the chat. What do you guys think? Have you come up with some pretty interesting uses? Let us know in the chat. I'm curious to see what you guys have done. But let me get back to my photos page really quick, and I will catch up with you guys there in chat, because I think it's been pretty busy. All right, let's see. Make sure I say hi to everybody that I missed. Ooh, lots of you guys. All right, hi Heather, Alan, Kathleen's back hanging out with us. Mike from Fort Worth, Official Selmo. Let's see, Sheila, Craigslist. We've got Roxanne, as always, Jorgen, Mel, and let's see, I want to make sure I say hi to everybody. I think I'm all caught up. Let me make sure I don't have any questions here. So for, I think, who was it? Was it Kathleen that asked about background formats? If you want to upload your backgrounds, you don't need to upload those in PNG format. I would upload them in JPEG. So your background files are going to be JPEG. Your subject images, where you're doing the extraction, they need to be as a transparent PNG file. And again, if you're looking for a way to streamline that process, check out the link in the description below this video that says third-party extraction solutions, and there'll be some information down there to help you out with that. Hey, really quick, if you're watching the recorded version of this, we would love to have you come join us on a live stream, but I know not everybody can drop what they're doing and jump on YouTube every Thursday, which is why I really appreciate those of you guys who take the time to do. You guys are to take the time to join us. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate your engagement and just the positive community that you guys have built. It's amazing to watch you guys interacting in chat, and I just want to say thank you. But if you're watching the recorded version of this and you have a question you'd like me to answer, there's a link in the description below this video where you can submit a question for next week, and I will take that question and answer it the following week. Now, again, I know I talked about it at the beginning, but don't forget, every Tuesday now, at 11 a.m. Pacific and 2 p.m. Eastern Time, we do site reviews. If you haven't submitted your site yet, make sure that you submit your site for that site review. And then also, make sure that you sign up to get the PDF guide, the step-by-step guide, if you haven't done that yet. I probably forgot to put the link in the description below this, so if it's not there, if I could get Cheryl to throw it out in the chat, because I totally forgot last week as well. But if you're not signed up, what it is every Friday, I will email you a step-by-step PDF guide showing you all the steps on how to do what we just talked about that previous Thursday. So make sure that you click that link if it's in the description below. If not, Cheryl's going to put it in the chat. Make sure that you guys get signed up for that. Let me grab another chat question. Let me grab some water really quick first. Okay, Roxanne says, do the backgrounds need to have 2 uploads? One landscape and one portrait, or does it rotate automatically? Really, we suggest uploading one that's large enough or close enough to handle a square. It's more like a square. So that way a single background can be used for portrait or landscape options. There's not really a rotating ability. The cutoff will just be placed on, or the cutout, your image will just be placed on top of the background. So again, I know my backgrounds were probably not good examples. Sorry about that. Try to find backgrounds or get backgrounds that are more closer to a square so that it can handle that a little bit better. All right, let me make sure there's not any questions. Oh, and if you want to submit your site for the site review, there is a link in the description below this video. It will say live site review. And also, if you haven't checked it out, click on the, it says Zenfolio live downloads. Those are a bunch of goodies that I've made for you guys over the past year or so. That will really help you with your Zenfolio site. There's logo templates, email templates, lots of free cool stuff in that. So if you haven't checked that link out, it should be below this video as well. All right, let's see. No red solo cup. No, I'm like I said, I'm not in my normal place, so I'm stuck with the glasses that I had here, which are a little relaxing and refreshing. But I need my big giant red solo cup. I think I've had to fill this thing up like 20 times already today. All right, let me grab some email questions really quick. You guys that are watching, if you have questions, we have 30 minutes left. Please don't wait till the last minute. Make sure that you're getting your questions in that chat. Even if it's not about green screen, not about backgrounds, get your questions in the chat so I can get those answered live for you guys. I'm going to grab a couple of email questions, and then I'll come back and check on you guys in chat. All right, so this question says, it looks like I have 2 site menus. Whoops, I don't know what I just did. There we go. Looks like I have 2 site menus on my homepage. How do I get rid of one, and does it matter which one should stay? Well, the homepage is kind of unique. On Zenfolio, it does have the option to have 2 different menus showing. So let me show you really quick what it looks like, what those two menus are, and then I'll answer your second half of that question, which is there a better one to use? So in order to do this, what we're going to do is we're going to jump into Customize View. If you guys are new to Zenfolio, I definitely recommend going into Customize View in a new tab. And let me show you how to do that. So right now we're looking at what I call Edit View, or the back end of Zenfolio. And to get to where you can customize your website, what you want to do is you want to hover over website right here and go to Customize Website. Now again, I like working in multiple tabs. There's very specific reasons why I do that. It's going to make the workflow easier for you. So what I do is I'll right click on that and just say open link in a new tab. And so now what that does is that gives me these two tabs right here that I can just jump back and forth in, because I'm almost guarantee you that when you're customizing your website, you're going to want to come back and reference something on this view. And this way you don't have to close that customized view out. You can just hop back and forth between tabs. It's a much easier way to work on your site. So let's go ahead and click on that. Let me get this back up here, and we're going to hit continue here. All right, and right now you're gonna have to forgive me. This site looks a little crazy. This is my test account, and I'm always changing things, always trying to break stuff in here. And so it looks a little crazy right now. But let me just show you really quick. If you have two header menus showing, then what you're gonna wanna make sure is you're gonna go up to options, and then on page elements, you're probably gonna see the page header showing, and you're also probably gonna see the homepage menu showing as well right here. And let me just show you what that will look like. Okay, so the first one up here up top, this is my portfolio, or not my portfolio, this is my header menu, and then this is the homepage menu. So when you turn those both on, and they could be appearing in different places, but if you have two menus on here, that's what's going on, is that you're showing your homepage menu and you're also showing your header menu. And all you need to do is you need to decide which one that you want to use and then turn the other one off. Same thing with the logo as well. So the header menu can have a logo in it. And if you're showing that header menu, go ahead and turn your homepage menu and homepage logo off. Now, personally, I recommend using your header menu on your entire website. And the reason that I say that is because that header menu can be shown on all of the pages of your site, whereas the homepage menu will only show on the homepage. And so to do that, what you're going to do is go up to options right here, options, and you're going to just set that page header to show, set your homepage logo to hide, and your homepage menu to hide. And this way, your website's navigation stays exactly the same no matter what page you're on. So now if I go to engagements and I look at a different page, that header menu is going to stay the same up here. The navigation is going to stay the same. You're going to get your visitors familiar with your site's navigation. It's going to be a lot easier for them to navigate through, and also your clients included. If you have repeat clients that are coming on your site, giving them that navigation that stays consistent is going to help them when they're navigating through their website and make it a lot smoother and a lot easier. So hopefully that answers your question. Definitely a good question. I see this all the time. And actually, guys, the homepage can actually have 3 menus. So I totally forgot. There's also an option to show the footer menu as well. So if we go back here really quick, I'll show you where that's at. If we go to options, there's also a page footer right here that can show, and that would literally give your homepage, if all 3 of those were on, your homepage would have literally 3 menus, one being down here at the bottom, where you can't really see the menu items, but down here. So just something to think about there. All right, let me jump back to my account view here. That's definitely a great question, for sure. Like I said, I see that a lot where people have both of those menus on and they can't figure out how to turn one or the other off, and they start getting frustrated. So just make sure you go up there to options and check the page elements out. All right, great question. Okay, next question here. I can see social media buttons on my page, but how do I link my social media accounts? All right, so on your site, you can have social media buttons showing if you've added your account links in there. And let me show you really quick. So if you haven't done this yet in your Zenfolio account, you can link to your social media accounts. Just hover over your name up here. Go ahead and click on account. And then you're going to go down here to social media and networks. Click right there. This is where you're going to paste in your social media accounts. Now, once you have those in there, you can hop back over to customize view. And like, for instance, you can see them up here in the header. They are showing right here. Okay, so they're going to show there. If you click on it, that's going to take you to that social media account. This one I think is, yeah, this one is Photographer Central. Zach Uride Photography. Pretty awesome pictures there. I think I said your last name right. No, if you have Instagram linked, which this is Zenfolio's Instagram, it's going to take you right to the Instagram page. But what if you want to link to those in your header menu rather than the little icons over here? Well, you can do that as well. So all you need to do is you need to get the link to that social media. So let me just copy this link. So I'm just opening up the Instagram, coming right here, copying that, and then I'm going to close that. And then if you want to link to it from your site menu rather than relying on these icons over here, you can do that as well. You just need to go up here. And maybe you want to make a drop down and call it, you know, social media, hit enter, say show drop down menu. We're going to update that. And then you can go back here again, hit the little plus symbol, and let's say, follow me on IG, however you want to word it, enter there. And this time you're going to link to a external website right here. Paste in that Instagram, that social media link. Now make sure that you choose the open in a new window option. Again, anytime you're linking to something that's going to take somebody away from your Zenfolio account and they're going to lose your Zenfolio navigation, make sure that you set that up to open in a new tab or a new window so it's really easy for them to find their way back. So if I hit open in a new window and I click update, we're going to reload this. And now if I hover over social media, follow me on IG appears. If I click that, it opens to a new tab right to that Instagram page. So if you're wanting to use your site menu to link to your social media accounts, you can do that. You don't have to use these icons if you don't want to. Hopefully that answers your question. Great question there. Again, that's another one that I see a lot where people are asking about the social media setup and how you do that. Definitely a great question. All right, let me grab another email question really quick. Make sure I'm caught up on you guys here on site, or on the chat here. Let's see. JC says, can you merge a WordPress site with the Zenfolio website so it is a consistent design? I want to use it primarily for gallery access. So depending on what your WordPress site looks like, JC, and I hope I'm saying your name right, you can get really close. And what you can actually do is you can set up that WordPress site to be your external homepage, depending on what account level you have. And then you just need to play around with your site design and get it close as you can to matching. Now, I don't have time to go through that whole process, but if you'll go to our YouTube channel and search for Theme Designer, there is a tutorial that will walk you through a lot of that and show you how to get in there and customize the colors. But if you have an external web page that you want to use for your homepage and you just want to use Zenfolio for the client galleries, you can link that external homepage and then set it up to where you have that to where they match. So let me show you how to do that really quick. If you just hover over your name up here and you go to account, over in the left-hand side, you're going to scroll down and right behind my head, wrong way, website right there. And then you can say homepage. And this is where you can link an external website. So you just come down here and you say, let's use a website or a homepage hosted elsewhere. Choose that option, put in the web address and save it. Now, if you do that, there are a couple of things that you're going to want to do. One is going to be that you're going to probably want to set up a CNAME only domain pointed to your Zenfolio account. And what I mean by that is so that when somebody goes from www.jcphotography.com, which I'm assuming would be your WordPress site, and they click on client access and they go into the Zenfolio side of things, they're not going to see jcphotos.zenfolio.com. They would see something like clients.jcphotos.com. And there's a video on our YouTube channel that will show you how to do that as well. So definitely check out those resources. Again, you're going to want to know how to customize your galleries to match your WordPress site. Then you're going to want to link that external homepage and then make sure that you set up that subdomain so that when people go to the Zenfolio side of things, they don't see zenfolio.com in the status bar. They see your subdomain, which would be like clients.jcphotos or photos.jcphotos, whatever you want to set it up. That's what you're going to want to do. Hopefully that helps and gives you a little bit of an idea of where to start. You can definitely reach out to the support team if you need more help with that. Guys, if you haven't talked to the support team yet, we have a phenomenal support team. I can personally vouch for everybody on the team. They are all photographers as well, and they are amazing. If you guys haven't chatted to them yet, here's the chat icon right here. Just reach out to them. Hey, take some time today. If you haven't talked to them yet, or if you've used them in the past and they've helped you out, send them a thank you or something like that. Let them know how awesome they are, because they are phenomenal and they love helping you guys. All right, let me go back to the photos page really quick. Let me check them on my email questions really quick, and then I'll come back to you guys on chat. We have about 20 minutes left, so if you're sitting out there with a question and you haven't asked it yet, make sure that you get that in the chat so I can get that answered for you. Please don't wait till the last minute. Make sure that you get it in sooner rather than later. I'm going to grab another email question really quick. All right, let's see. Next email question says, I have a lot of products in my price list. Is there a way that I can use a formula or an automated way to mark up my products instead of doing each product manually? Absolutely. There's a couple of ways that you can do this that will make this process a lot easier. So if you guys haven't started selling yet, or if you're just getting started into selling, there is a lot of things that you can do to make that process easier. Do some searching on our YouTube channel. There's a couple of videos I would definitely check out. One is talking about building a better price list based on your aspect ratio, but definitely check out our selling videos that are on the YouTube channel. They are a great resource and will really help you understand how to get things set up properly so that you can get started really easily selling on Zenfolio. All right, so what we're going to do really quick is I'm going to show you basically how to do this. We're going to go in here to selling. We're going to click right on the word selling. We'll go to price list, and then I'm just going to start with a blank price list really quick, and I'm just going to call this one Zen Demo, probably like 500. All right, we're going to click add products. I'm going to go ahead and go with MPix for this one. And let me just grab a bunch of stuff here. Now, personally, guys, I recommend keeping your price list streamlined. So one of the things that you want to think about is that if it's aggravating you to have to go through and manually price everything, think about that from the client's side. Could it be aggravating them or causing them to be indecisive if you have 30 to 40 products for them to scroll through and try to figure out what they want to purchase? There's a good chance that if something's aggravating you, it's going to be aggravating your client as well. Think about how you can streamline that process. And also, too, one of the things to keep in mind when you're building your price list is that if you add every single product that you want to offer for sale all at once, there is no reason for your clients to go back to their gallery and place more orders unless you are discounting products that you've already made available. So if you start out with a smaller price list, later on down the road, you can always add new products to that price list. And now you're giving your clients a reason to come back and place new orders instead of just discounting products that were already available to them. But let me just add a bunch of products here really quick so I can show you this way of setting up the pricing. Okay, so I've got those all selected. Now, one of the things to keep in mind is that this is just for this product category. If we go and we add some home decor items, if we go and we add some photo gifts, it's going to create a different product category, and those are controlled and priced independently of each other. So keep that in mind. But if you find yourself where you're like, man, there's a lot of stuff in here, I know I want to offer this stuff, but I don't want to go through and have to manually price everything, you can go right here to the pricing formula and use this to automate this process a little bit. Now, there's actually 3 different ways that you can use this pricing formula. All right. You can use it as just applying a fixed markup to everything here. So what you can do is you can say, you know what? I want to make $10 on everything. And that is just going to add $10 to the base cost of the product. So you can do it that way, or you can say, you know what? I just want to mark everything up 500%. So you can do it that way. Or you can do a combination of both. You can say, let's add $3 to the base cost, and then let's also mark it up by 500%. Oh, and let's round it up by the nearest dollar. And then hit apply. And that is going to mark up all of the products that are in this product category, as long as the use formula button is checked. So I can actually go right here and uncheck it. Go in here, manually change the price list if you want, or the price. Or if you want to go back, you can hit right here and go back and turn that back to the formula. So if you have a lot of products in there and you don't want to go through and have to manually do this, that is a way that you can automate it. But again, I would definitely suggest thinking about that, because chances are, if it's a pain for you to do that, it could not be the best experience that you want to provide to your clients. And keeping your price list streamlined is going to help your clients not get so indecisive and hopefully place orders sooner rather than later. All right, great question though. Hopefully that answered that. Look at all those products. That's crazy. Let me hit cancel on this. I don't want to save another demo price list in this account. Let me go back and check on you guys here in chat really quick. Okay, let's see. So I've got I can't see that far. CD Rise says, how do we back up one customized layout if we want to go back to that instance later? I'm not really sure what you mean by that. I'm thinking that you probably want to create a gallery default and then you want to go back to it later. If that's what it is, let me show you kind of a way that you can do that. Now, let me just clarify, guys, there's not a way to have multiple gallery defaults. So once you set up a gallery and you customize it and you save it as default, that is the gallery default for all of the galleries that are using your default settings. But let's say that you have a special client that you want to make their gallery look special for them, but you don't want everybody's gallery to be that way. And I hope I'm getting close to answering the correct question, or answering your question correctly. But basically what you would do is, let me hover over this and let me just open this gallery up in Customize View. So what you're going to do if you want to do that, open link in new tab. So I've opened the preview in a new tab, and I'll hit Edit Page. Okay, and so right now, as you can see up here, this page is using the default settings, which means that any new gallery that I upload is going to look just like this one with just different photos, obviously. But the colors are going to be the same, the size of the images are going to be the same. But let's say this is a special client and I want to change the look of just this gallery, but I want to be able to go back to the way it was for other galleries. All you have to do is customize this gallery individually. So if we go up here to options really quick and I uncheck use default, maybe for this client, we want to, I don't know, let's say we want to make the thumbnails smaller. Maybe they have a lot of images and we need to let them browse quickly. Maybe we need to make the thumbnails a lot smaller so we can set them down to 100. We'll apply that. Maybe there are some specific colors that we want to use. Maybe this is a really important client. We want to make this gallery match their branding. Go up here. Maybe we want to apply a different theme. So let's just grab a different theme down here at random and hit apply down here. So I just grabbed this darker theme right here and then hit apply. The gallery is going to look totally different. But what if I only want this look for this particular gallery and not everything? Well, as long as I don't save these changes as default up here, as long as I don't do that and I just publish this, that is not going to alter my default settings. So now, just to show you really quick, if we go back here and I go and I'm just going to view this folder right here, which you guys can't see because it's behind my head, but I'm going to click on that and let's go to preview up here. That's going to take us to the folder view for that. And if I click on the Bitmoji gallery here, you're going to notice that it looks the same as the other ones. Now my images are still rendering because I swapped out the background color or the background, but it looks the same as the way it did before. However, if I click on the kids gallery, now it has that other setting. So you can definitely have specific galleries look a certain way while not completely changing the way that all of your galleries look, as long as you don't save it as a default before you publish it. Hopefully that came somewhere close to answering your question and I didn't totally miss it. But if I did totally miss it, make sure to let me know in the chat and I'll see if I can clarify or get on the right track. All right, let me jump back to my photos page here. And then let me go here, make sure I'm all caught up on chat questions. I think I am. All right, let me go grab another email question here really quick. Is there a way that I can link my portfolio website to my Zenfolio site? I want to use you guys just for selling through your vendors. So yeah, I think I touched on that earlier when we were doing the custom, or not the custom, but the external website. So showing where you could have an external homepage. But the other way that you could do it as well is maybe you want to use Zenfolio for your homepage, but you have a portfolio that you've worked really hard on, something like Behance or wherever you've got your portfolio stored. You can link to that from your site menu if you want to do that. And so what you're going to do is, let me close some of these tabs that I have here. What you're going to do is hover over website, open up customize view, and let's just say that you've got a portfolio somewhere else. You want to use Zenfolio for the homepage, but you want to keep using that portfolio that you have on another space. You can go right here to edit site menu, add a new menu item, call it portfolio, hit enter. And then as long as you choose that external web page option, you can paste in the link to that external portfolio. Now, again, I would recommend having this open to a new window so they don't lose your Zenfolio navigation. But you can have this open up to that external portfolio so that you can use that and then use Zenfolio for the galleries. If that's what you're looking for, it's definitely an option that you can do there. All right, let me hit OK. Let me get back to the photos page. Let me check on you guys here in chat and make sure I haven't missed anything. Let's see. I want to read some of these comments. Heather says, your support team is awesome. Totally agree with you, Heather. They are just a phenomenal group of people and love helping you guys out. Love helping you guys out. Kathleen, support team is wonderful. Roxanne says, support team goes over and above. I have personal experience and I love it. That is awesome. I'm going to make sure that I share those comments with the support team back to those guys so that they hear this stuff because you know, they love doing it, and it's nice when they get to hear those things about how it's had an impact on you guys. So thanks for sharing those. Let's see. Let me go back, grab another email question, guys. We got about 7 minutes left. That's 7 minutes. 7 minutes. So if you have any questions that you've been holding on to, go ahead and get those in the chat now. Would love to get those answered live for you. If I have time, I'm going to try to answer a couple more email questions. If you're watching the recorded version of this, we would love to have you come join us on a live stream. I know it's hard to stop what you're doing on Thursday and jump on here, which is why you guys that are on here with me right now, Kathleen, Roxanne, Cheryl, Home Phone, Craigslist, Martha. Oh, Martha says, if with your instructions, I'll link to my Facebook. Awesome. Martha, BCD, I can't pronounce names. Heather, all of you guys who are hanging out with me right now, I really appreciate it. But if you're watching the recorded version of this and you have a question that you'd like me to answer next week, Make sure that you hit up that document in the description below this that says questions for the following week, and I'll get to those next week. Also, don't forget Site Review Tuesdays every single Tuesday, same time as Zenfolio Live. We go live and we do a site review. Now, the site reviews are pre-recorded because I don't want you guys to have to wait a week, 2 weeks, months before I review your website. So how it works is I actually review the websites 3 or 4 times a week, send the recordings to that out to you, and then we broadcast those site reviews. But I am live in the chat on Tuesdays, hanging out with you guys and answering your questions. It's a great place to come learn. And also, if you get your site reviewed, I follow up with you and we do a one-on-one session to answer any questions you have about that review and to help you make any changes that you might want to make based on the review or any other questions that you have. So if you haven't submitted your site yet, make sure to get it in the link below this video. All right, let's see. Let me grab another email question really quick. Whoa, that's a long one. Okay, let me see if I can read this. How can I create a discounted price list for family members so that they may shop on all of my galleries, even the ones where I have artwork price list, not just the family galleries? I have created a family price list for family galleries already and an artwork price list for art galleries and for public sales, but my family wants to purchase some of my artwork and I don't want them to pay full price. So how do I give them a discount? Well, you can do that with a coupon, all right? A price list is not going to be the route that you want to take for that. If you have family members that you want to come and let them on your website and buy, prints or whatever for a discounted rate, you can do this with a coupon. Now, you want to think about this, you want to think about this coupon, make sure that you set it up correctly. Let me show you really quick how to set one up. So if you go to selling, right here, you can click on coupons and campaigns, and then you're just going to go add new coupon right here. And I'm just going to title this one family. Now I'm going to give the coupon code a bad code. I'm just going to say FAM19. You might want to think about this. This is going to be the code that your family is going to use to get that discount, but you obviously don't want to make it something that's going to be really easy. After that, you're going to come down here and decide what type of discount you want to give your family. I would probably go with 1%. Maybe you want to give them half off. You can do that. I would not discount shipping even for my family because that shipping cost is controlled by the vendor, not by you, and it's not going to work out very well. So I would probably not discount the shipping. Now, make sure that with a 50% discount, there is still being enough revenue generated to cover the base cost of the product. Just because you marked your prices up 500% does not mean that they can sustain a 50% discount. You need to do the math and make sure. And if you're not sure, there's a video on our YouTube page that will show you how to do that. It's called Running Your Own Coupons and Campaigns or Running Your Own Marketing or something like that. It's a playlist, and it will show you how to do all of that math so that you can make sure that the coupon that you want to give your family is not going to cost you money. That's the last thing that you want to happen. All right, after you have that set up, come down here. You can decide what they get discounts on. If you want to let them use it on your entire site, you can just say apply to all galleries. Or if you want to limit it, you can go in here and select specific galleries. Okay, so you can set it up like that. If you want to give them a limited time use, if maybe you say, you know what, I'm going to let you guys do it 3 times. After that, you're going to pay full price. You can do that, or you can just leave it set to no limit. Also, you can put an expiration date and an order minimum on there if you want. But this is how I would do it. Don't do a family price list. Make sure that even your family knows and understands the value of what you do by seeing the full price of what you would actually charge somebody. Even though they're going to get a discount, it's still going to let them know and see the value of what you do. Now, after you have that set up, you're going to copy that coupon code up there and email that out to your family, and then they can go on your website and use that on your galleries, depending on how you have it set up. So I hope that answers that question. Hopefully that answers that question about that. Let me check on you guys in chat really quick. Make sure I haven't missed anybody. We got like a minute, 20 seconds left. BCD J Rise, I think I'm saying it right, says it's great that you explained for us how to use custom themes for different customers. I will use it in the near future. Absolutely, guys. You can create custom themes and you can customize different clients' galleries. It just doesn't automate unless you do the save as default, and then we'll apply it to all your galleries. So definitely something to be aware of. Each gallery can have its own custom look if you want it to. It just depends on what you want. All right, guys. Well, we've got like 40 seconds left, so I just want to say thank you to all you guys who joined me. Hey, make sure that you are doing something to put positivity back in this world today. Tell somebody good something about them, about themselves. Make somebody smile. Tell yourself something good about you. You guys are awesome. Make sure that you tell yourself you're awesome, and make sure that you spread that positivity around. And let's just make sure that we keep everybody positive and happy and do something good for somebody today. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your week. And until then, I will see you guys next Tuesday. Hey, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you click that subscribe button. And if you're watching the recorded version of this and you'd like to learn more about Zenfolio, I recommend watching some of the videos that you should see popping up on your screen.